Alright guys, my name is Rocky and today I'm going to be starting a brand new series on the channel. I made a 1.18 Minecraft server with a bunch of friends and I'm super excited to see what we get up to, so go grab a drink, go grab a snack and enjoy the video. So my journey started, as most Minecraft stories do, with me punching down a tree. And after punching down a few more trees, I made a wooden pickaxe and started gathering some stone. I spent some time mining about a stack of cobblestone and then moved on to mining a bit of coal as well, and then made myself a nice set of stone tools. I made a spare pickaxe as mine was already half broken already, and then made a few furnaces and set off in search of a place to build a house. However, it didn't take long for me to get distracted by this little bit of iron that I saw on the side of a ravine. I almost messed up my block placements and I definitely would have died from this height, so I'm glad that I didn't do that, and I mined up the iron and there was only 3. Decided to take a few pumpkins because I could use them for pumpkin pie later on, and then I spent some time killing some animals to have a good amount of food for my journey. I started cooking what I already had, and I decided it wasn't enough, so I went to go get a bit more. I gathered up some jungle logs in case I wanted to use them for my house. And then I decided to breed some chickens in this little pit. I'm not really sure why, but I did it. I surrounded the pit in some cobblestone so they couldn't escape and fed them some seeds and got the achievement. My friends online at the time were a bit confused, but oh well. I went back to collect the XP and then I started heading off. I found a bit of iron on this rocky island, so I decided to take that. And the next island across is where I decided to build my first house, so I spent some time terraforming the top of this mountain. I should have at least got iron tools first because it took way too long with stone ones, but I started laying out the foundation of my house, then got distracted as I always do and decided to make a shield. I then decided that stone tools weren't really my thing anymore, so I decided to go into this cave and try and get some more iron, and we managed to set up a death counter on the tab menu, which was quite cool. I got attacked by some skeletons and with the help of my shield and sword attacked them back. And as there was only 2 skeletons, it was a pretty easy battle. Then I found a bit of iron, so I collected that, and I think this was the first bit of iron I found in this cave, which was quite nice. I mined a bit of coal, and then spent some more time running around the caves. I found some more iron, I found a bit of lapis as well, which, if you don't know, you don't actually need an iron pickaxe for. And because I had no armor, what happened next was quite scary. Please, 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 I need quiet for a moment. Oh my god, there are 2 baby zombies attacking me and one of them's on a chicken.
Oh no,
After towering, it was quite easy to kill them, but look, I found a spider spawner. I went around and put a bunch of torches to deactivate the spawner. The chest loot was okay, and then I took down the coordinates of the spawner for future use. By this point I had more than enough iron for now, and I got a bit greedy and went for the iron that was very close to the lava, which turned out to almost kill me. Luckily for me though, I always keep a water bucket on me, so I was able to survive. I dug to the side away from the lava and then came up and I was fine. I gathered up a little bit more coal and then headed back for my island. When I got back, I found the lava pool on the other side of this hill and decided to turn it into my nether portal. One of my friends was trying to visit me and it was much quicker for them to go through the nether than through the overworld. Once the frame was set up, I started smelting all of my iron because there was no way I was going into nether without any armor on. And I'm not sure how, but whilst crafting it, I accidentally made some iron bars. But regardless, I made the helmet and I was ready to go and check out my nether spawn. I lit the portal and went through it, unlocking that lovely achievement. I typed my portal coordinates in chat for my friend to come and find me, and then spent some time making the surrounding area a bit safer. I had an encounter with a few piglins, and apparently so did my friend. Unfortunately though, Yukio was killed, and I was worried that I was about to be as well. However, I killed the piglin and headed back to the safety of the overworld. And as always, I didn't want to work on my house, so I took a trip to a nearby village. And this village was home to the weirdest blacksmith loot I've ever seen in Minecraft. That's right, 4 iron leggings in a single blacksmith chest. How strange. Anyways, I continued thieving this village and killing all their animals for food. And I took all the hay, so I won't be running out of bread anytime soon. On my way back, I killed a few more animals. And when I got back home, started a sugarcane farm. I continued working on the house, and unfortunately some of the footage got corrupted. But this is what the house is looking like at this point. I don't usually go for this build palette, but I wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone for this series. I'm using wood because we're still in the early game on this server and I don't have great access to better building blocks. I also decided to add a skylight in my bedroom, and don't worry, it will look much nicer when 1.18 Optifine is released. After finishing the roof, I decided to go and try and fight an Enderman, which I immediately regretted because most of my hardcore playthroughs have ended to an Enderman. I then killed this pillager mid-Enderman fight, but it was dropping my health way lower than I was comfortable with. So I did what any great Minecrafter would do and ran in my house to hide. I healed up and came back to the fight, and killed it in a few more hits. And I can't lie, I'd have been pretty annoyed if I didn't get an ender pearl for that. I went to go and pick up my water and then came inside to sleep. And on the following morning I went to go and harvest some sugarcane, grown fresh in the soil of my very own island. I don't remember planting this much of it, but you can never have too much, especially when you still need to set up an enchantment room. I added a few more stairs to the roof at the front of the house because it was looking a bit flat, and it made it look much nicer. However, this left side of the house still didn't look right to me, and I think I'm going to change it in the future, but I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with it just yet. The next thing I decided to tackle was my storage room. I'd been putting this off for a while, but it had to be done. I broke my old chest and began sorting items into the new ones. I like to set up my storage nice and early to ensure that I stay organised and I can find things when I need them. Chest monsters are just not for me. Before emptying the last chest, I decided to take a break, and I wanted to put my first wooden pickaxe on an item frame next to my bed. Later on in this series, I'll have a wall of item frames for different things for different episodes. Kind of like a memory wall for what we get up to in the different episodes of this series. However, my storage sorting break was over and I had to get back to sorting up my last junk chest. I stuck an anvil under the stairs, and split all my coal into my furnaces, making sure that each furnace had the same amount. And then it was time to do what I'd been dreading. I decided to break the chest so that I couldn't procrastinate any longer, and if I didn't sort my items out quick enough I would lose them. And I was not prepared to let that happen. So I got on with this tedious task and it took me a while. But by the end of it, everything had its own place, which is exactly what I want in the storage room, to know where everything is, and to be able to find anything that I need quickly when I need it. I then made up a few more chests and added them to the storage wall. And whilst I'm doing this, let me know in the comments, when do you usually set up your storage? Do you like to be organised like me, or do you have a chest monster outside your house? And after finishing off this chest wall, we are now out of time for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of this series, and if you have any ideas for what I should do next. If you're still watching, then I have one last thing to say. If you did enjoy this video, all I ask is that you leave a like. It helps me out a ton, and it'll be really useful to see how interested you guys are in this series. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.